Hi all, Bones here from BSA Bantams and welcome back. In this video I won't be doing one workshop thing at all, no casting, no machining, nothing. Today I'm riding. We're in winter and we've cracked a 20-degree day, so you don't go and spend a day in the workshop when you've had such crap weather for so long. You get out and ride. So we are off and we are riding. So before I head out, I've got to fill out one of these things, which is a logbook. And in the state I'm in Australia, this is our classic bike registration. So what you could do, you can purchase a 45 or a 90-day permit, and you pay the registration for those 45 or 90 days. But when you actually go out, you've got to fill out the permit logbook, and that's your proof of registration for that day. So if the police pull me over, I've got my logbook filled out, which means my bike's registered for the day and all's good. And if they catch you without it, then you're driving an unregistered bike. So first bike I'm taking out, we'll just go around here. It's that nicer day. I've dragged the old wax cottons out and take this D1 Bantam for a spin. So there's my little D1. It has had a little bit of porting work and that done to it. Nothing over the top. Really enjoyable bike to ride, as all Bantams are. So I'm just watching my fuel tap's got a bit of a leak, probably from being like not ridden for a while, but anyway, we'll see how that goes. So this is my 1954 D3 150cc Bantam. Just started it up obviously and just getting it warmed up a bit before I throw the helmet and gloves on. And we'll take this one for a spin. This one too has had a tiny bit of work done recording wise and that sort of thing, but I'm just looking how smoky it is because this one hasn't run for 4 or 5 months as well, and the fuel evaporates off and leaves a bit more of an oily mixture. So sorry about the shadow in the way, but we'll get the helmet on and get rolling. So we've just finished this lovely little customer rigid. So a fair bit of work done on this. I've rewired the Jenny mag, got that all operational. They had a remote coil up in underneath the tank and a battery in the toolbox but anyway, we've got everything running down in there now. New battery lead, engine rebuild, a fair bit done on this, just a full service check over and make sure wheels and brakes and everything are operational and make sure this bike's in a roadworthy condition, and it is. Fitted up one of these indicator switches. If you've got an early model headlight like this, that should have the cable operated headlight switch, which are as rare as rocking horse you know what. You can use these switches, so on the power feed back to either high or low, just have a diode in between them, and then that is your feed down to your tail lights and your headlight, your speedo light. So yeah, this has come up pretty well. He's on his way from New South right now to pick it up, and we've got another, I think it's a D7 coming in next week from Queensland, guys driving down to drop it off. So yeah, Bikewise, that's what we've been working on. Race Bikewise, we've got hubs painted. I'm about to paint the other set for the other bike later on this afternoon. Triple clamp sand mounted up to a head stem. And I'm currently machining up the actual handlebar clamps to go on here and reach over the top of this. So I'll go around to the mill and have a look. So as you can see by the volume of aluminium on the floor, we're starting to get into it. So this thing here is an edge finder. I'm just about to pick up the edge, pick up the center of the bore, and we'll put the boring head in, and we'll start boring this hole out, which is the hole for the actual handlebars. Then I'll be cut down through here. I'm going to take a fair bit of volume out of here just to reduce weight. And then around this side we'll obviously have screws drilled and tapped in there to clamp the handlebars down. So I shall get stuck into it. So there's me CAD drawings. And if any viewers know anything about CAD, this is drawn on nearly steam driven CAD. I think it's like 2000 or something ridiculous like that. But anyway, that's what I'm actually making. So a couple of issues I will have. As you can see, I'm using like the maximum amount of travel on the miller machine, just about, less about 15 millimeters. So to get in there and measure the bore, I don't want to be taking the tool in and out, so I may have to do it with verniers, which I don't like doing, but I haven't got much room. So anyway, it'll work out. I haven't adjusted it up yet. So, so the target hole diameter we're after is 7/8 of an inch, or 22 point something. So we'll just take this out a bit more, or I'll rough it out, and then we'll set up the dial indicator, and we'll get down to our nominal size that we're after. So I have just adjusted up the depth of cut. So we're about 1 mil. After this cut we'll be 1 millimeter off. I'm taking a millimeter cut at a time. It's cutting really well. Very happy. Great surface finish. This is 6061 aluminium. So I'll get started and keep cutting. So we've got it bored out, very happy, nice finish and everything like that. And it's a nice, neat fit on the handlebar. So we will go on to, I don't know what I'll do next. I think I'll start milling all the volume out of the block here. So I'm just trenching out here. This is the underside of the handlebar mount. So choose a couple of support pads just here and here where they'll sit on the triple clamps. So this has to come down a bit deeper in here. So what I'm doing is I'll have a step in there. So I'll go in with a ball nose cutter and put a radius in that once I've removed the bulk of the material. So we're getting there, just whittling away. Once I take that centerpiece, mill that centerpiece out, there's another step down. So I've got to go down another little step here, which will leave 2 corners in there, not too dissimilar to this, so I can just put a radius in there. So we'll start milling out down in here now. So shoulder in there, shoulder in there. I'll change that cutter out to a ball nose cutter and we'll put the radius in the corner here. So I've got the radius machined in there now on the other side, and I'll come over and I'll cut the radius in here now. Rightio, so we've got the centre of the handlebar mount milled out. I haven't dressed it off, but it's to give you an idea that the reason I've done it is so you can fit the nut in there. Because your spindle, this is all obviously upside down, your handlebars will come through here, but you've got to fit your nut in, a nut in there for your, that clamps your head stem. So time to start spotting some holes through here for the actual clamps. That'll go through into here, then it'll be drill some holes on this face under here. Clamp them together once I cut it. So I've just set my triple clamp up there. I've just spotted through the holes to pick up where I've got to drill these 8mm clearance holes. So I'll get a drill chuck set up in here and we'll drill those out. Now the other thing around the back, I will, once I get it set up, I've got to scribe a line through there and just machine that overhang off, which will be pretty straightforward. So it's all coming together. So we have just centre drilled our first hole. Just go through the drill now and drill it out. So what I'm doing now is putting the profile on it to match the back of the triple clamp. So you can see I've just scribed a line there, set it up parallel, and we're just taking a skim across here now. It's only taking about 3 or 4mm off. So, yeah. So I've just centre drilled, just starting through with my M5 drill now. So I'm back to the counterboard, so I will touch that down, go back up to my depth indicator, zero it, and then go down the required depth, which is 6mm. So line that in until we get a touch mark. There, 0, and we start to feed it down. Nice and gently. I want a pretty good surface finish, so a bit of glare on that, so it's 2mm. I'll just keep feeding that down until we hit 6mm. So we've just done it. Try and keep it away so it stays in focus, but yeah. So now we've just got to keep going through and do it to all those, all the holes there. So what's happening now is I've got the slit saw in and I'm going to cut it in half. So we've just run through. There's our cut all the way along there. Time to go over the other side and cut back down this way. Cut really well. I'm really happy. So that's our two halves after we've cut it, and I'm super impressed with the actual surface finish from the slit saw. Usually a lot rougher than that, but that's turned out really well. Very happy. Time to start deburring some holes and start tapping some holes in here now. So we've drilled out our clearance holes for our M6 socketed cap screws, and we've tapped out our holes for the clamps. Now I've got to go back in. Oh, birds flying there. Go back in and counterbore these two holes, and they're socketed cap screws that go down through here, and we'll clamp underneath. So I'll get this set back up. And we have finished. So I haven't cleaned it off or polished it or anything like that yet, and the reason for that is I've got a really good day without wind, and it's nice temperature, and I've got to do some painting, so I'm going to sort of stop here because we're about to get a week's worth of absolute crap weather. So you can see like your head stem nut and lock nut and adjusting nut there. Still got all the marking out blue on it, obviously. What I'll do is, to finish it off, I'll just go in and just round all these edges off a bit. This will get polished like the same as the triple clamp as well. I've got to see, because I have a taco that I may mount up, and it'll probably come off these two holes here, but we'll make a bracket, and we'll see when I get it actually on the bike. So we're not far off now bringing the frame up and mounting this all up. I think I said earlier on, I've got wheels getting ready to go away and get laced up. So we'll get those away, get a frame up, and we'll start on that. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. It's come up pretty well. You can see I've got a bit of cleaning up to do, haven't I? Aluminium spread everywhere, but anyway, that's the way it goes. Okay, so that's about it for this sort of quick video. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you have, hit like or subscribe. If you haven't, it doesn't cost you anything to do it. And from Bones at BSA Bantams, we'll see you later. Time to go and clean up.